back at home to take on the Mariners. I'm Allie Navarrete alongside Matt Scalzo and Cam Manna. Matt, last time we saw Harwich, we were right here at Bourne Park, and it went pretty well for the Braves.
Yeah, it was a 5-3 win, highlighted by the two-run home run by Derrick Bender late in the game. It was a very close contest, great pitching, great hitting late in the game as well. I'm expecting another close contest between these two teams, and Bourne reeling a little bit, back-to-back losses over the last 2 days. Harwich got back in the win column yesterday and trying to get their momentum back. They're currently 500, and Bourne right there with them, close to 500 as well. I'm expecting a close contest similar to what we saw the last time between these two, a very close and even matchup between two of the top teams on the Cape.
Starting on the mound today for the Bravos will be Ryan Fisher. He hasn't seen a start since opening day, Cam.
Yeah, he went 4 innings in that one against Brewster. A pretty solid outing. Walked 2, struck out 2, only 2 earned runs. Had 2 relief appearances since against Katuitt where he looked pretty solid. Came back from a few college visits, ended up committing to UNC. So this team excited to have Ryan back, not just for his pitching on the mound, but what he brings as a team player and team morale. An energetic guy on the mound, in the dugout as a whole. So big to have Ryan Fisher back.
Another change for the Bravos. Derrick Bender will be behind the plate for the first time this season, at least starting there. We did see him a little bit at the end of a game earlier, but Matt, he hasn't started a catcher yet.
Yeah, he's listed as a catcher on the Bourne roster, and he's listed as a catcher with Coastal Carolina. But we've seen him at first, we've seen him DH. We also saw him in left field a couple of times. So he's been all over the place, but he's yet to be behind the dish for a full game. And we saw him for half an inning, and he caught a runner stealing in quite a strange fashion where he lost the ball, threw it back. He didn't think he was going to get him, but he got him in the end. He's got a strong arm. We've seen it on display sometimes throughout this season. So interested to see what he's like behind the plate, but it is his natural position per the roster and per Coastal Carolina. So interested to see what he brings to the table. The 4th catcher we'll see this season.
And Matt mentioned it, the Bravos in a 2-game losing skid right now. However, in this week's official CCBL Power Rankings, they are number 2 behind Katuitt with the losses back-to-back the 2 previous nights. That is starting to slip away. The Kettleers still very hot. Cam, how much could this win mean?
Well, this is a huge game for Bourne right now, and they see themselves as number 2 in the power rankings, which, you know, any way you want to look at that, Bourne coming into last night's game against YD on the loss, they were still probably the hottest team in the Cape right now. Still 7-3 in their last 10 games, have 9 wins in their last 12 right now, so they're still playing good baseball. But we haven't seen Bourne have consecutive losses since probably the first week of the season. So to bounce back against Harwich, you've already beat them in thrilling fashion here at home. Big to get back on the horse because a lot of good teams, Scott Lawrence has talked about it, losing back-to-back games, good teams get back on win streaks after losing streaks.
We'll see if the Braves can snap that streak here at Bourne Park. Here pregame with Chris Stanfield of Auburn. Chris, you had an off day yesterday, but you'll be back in the leadoff spot where you've been a lot this summer. How have you been liking leading off for the Braves?
I love it. I think we have a great team, and, I just get on and help let those guys work behind me.
You seem like you've made a lot of friends here already, even though you were one of the newer guys. Who are some of your closest friends in the dugout?
I say Josh, Adonis, really everyone, Kendall, he's new. But, yeah, those are my favorite guys.
Your family has been here for a little while. You said this will be your parents' last night seeing you. How have they liked watching you play Cape League baseball?
They love it. It's so cool down here, and we're 20 hours away, so traveling here and seeing everything's so cool, and they've loved it.
It's a big trip. You said they also come watch your games at Auburn, too, so they're very supportive.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. And you guys have had a little bit of a skid, 2 losses in a row. What are you doing to rebound tonight against Harwich?
Just be ourselves, go out there and play clean baseball and see what happens.
Is there anything you've been working on since you've been here, hitting-wise, that's kind of helped you lead off for this team so often?
Just using the whole field, really, and taking what they give me.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris.